let's start with some definitions if we
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, for sure.
So what is homeopathy? And let's kind of get the playing field laid out here for what we're going to be talking about.
So, a lot of people think homeopathy and holistic care are the same thing. But let's just differentiate right now. Homeopathy is its own specific branch of holistic medicine. So, it would fall under the umbrella of holistic. Holistic incorporates things like herbal remedies. Kendra specializes in gemotherapy, which is plant stem cells, vitamins, minerals, supplements. I mean, it goes way, way, way beyond that, though, the umbrella of holistic care.
Yeah.
And she can speak to more what her specialty is, but homeopathy is a specific branch of holistic medicine that uses minute doses of natural substances to stimulate a healing response in an individual. So it's different than herbs or supplements in that the remedies are very, very diluted. They're prepared in water, diluted a great number of times, and then coated onto the outside of a pellet, and then you buy them at the co-op or whatever in these little blue tubes. And you take the tube and or you take the pellets, and what really happens is it stimulates a healing response in your system versus suppressing like conventional meds do. It's a very, very gentle pregnancy, breastfeeding, baby friendly way to help your system move down the quickest path toward wellness. And the way homeopathic remedies work is kind of on the energetic level. So herbs, medications, supplements, those all work on the chemical level of the body. But homeopathic remedies are able to support the immune system at a bit of a deeper level, allowing the body to do its job with an illness while being supported so that you have an easier time. Your symptoms are less severe. You move through it more quickly. It just lessens your kind of harsh experience with whatever illness you're going through. And many people obviously have had so many great results with homeopathy. That's why we like incorporating homeopathy into all of our teachings, because when paired with all of the holistic care that Kendra brings to the table, it's like, wow, you have the complete package to help yourself and your family. And that's why we created our course that we created that Kendra was talking about back in 2021 was the Holistic Wellness Toolkit. You're like complete,
which is so amazing.
Yeah.
I have it. I love it. I've shared about it before many times. You guys ask me about it all the time, and it's truly like so helpful. I was telling Jeremy last night, we went on a date night. I was like, I need to print that out and put it in a binder, because right now I just have it on my phone digitally, but whenever I need it, it's like I don't want to be searching through it.
Yeah, we've had a few
I need
people
to have it like
print it and then send us pictures or videos of it all printed out. We should actually do that too, because
I know.
Yeah.
it's even
It's like
handy
easier to
for
find
us.
when you need it.
you
You don't want to be like scrolling on your computer.
If you guys
and trying to find
want to
it.
have a conversation later about the A to Z process, hit us up. We'll give you all our people to do that.
That's a great idea. Thank you.
Yeah, you should. Well, thank you for that. That was like so helpful and perfect. And I think a lot of people are actually familiar with homeopathy, but don't know that they are, because now there's, packaged and marketed homeopathy online that you can get. A lot of people are using it and not knowing that that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like, the popular ones like baby teething remedies and cold medicines
For
and
sure.
like cold calm, or how do you say it? The oxyomilicit, the fever glue one.
Oscillococcinum. Yes.
I've always wanted to know how you say it. What?
Wait, say it again.
Oscillococcinum.
Okay.
Oscillo,
People
for
like
short.
if you look that up, if you're
Oscillo.
listening or watching, if you look that up, you'll recognize it, right? Because it's super popular.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But people don't know that that's even homeopathy. Sometimes
Yeah.
I say it to people, I'm like, yeah, I use homeopathy to help treat mastitis or to help my kids with whooping cough or whatever it is. And they're like, wait, what? That sounds super crunchy. And it's like, no, you're actually using it.
They probably have some.
So I think it's good, that it's becoming a little bit more mainstreamed, I guess. Like you can find it in Whole Foods and get it on Amazon. And
So how new is it though? How did it become not mainstream? When things work, they tend to find their way, right? Water finds its path, and so when I mean, we're obviously big fans and whatnot, but part of my brain goes to like, okay, this seems to be like an awareness or consciousness shift going on here. Why did this ever exit the mainstream, or how is it coming back? How old is it? Because it feels ancient, or it should be ancient because it's working what it sounds like more in accordance to source design, to God's like the code, the design of the human. Like this is kind of a better way to maybe do, instead of like forcing things to happen, let's let the
Yeah.
body do what it was designed to do, and let's gently urge it along that process. Obviously a much more gentler, you know, process than some of the pharmaceutical options out there. But speak to that if you can.
So
The
homeopathy,
history of it.
yeah, homeopathy is actually, you're right, it is an old medicine. It was originally developed in the 1700s by a German physician named Samuel Hahnemann, who really put this whole system of medicine together. And it's based on the law of similars, which of course is an ancient theory, right? Like cures like. So a substance that can cause symptoms in a healthy person can be used in a minute, diluted, or homeopathic remedy version to help heal those symptoms. So a really good example is like an onion. We all know what happens when we're chopping an onion. Our eyes water and burn, our nose runs. There's a remedy made from red onion that helps somebody who's having seasonal allergies where their eyes are burning and watering and their nose runs. Now, they haven't been chopping an onion, but it's the same energy. And so a minute dose of that remedy made from onion helps their system to stop overreacting to the allergens around them. So that's how homeopathy works. We take a minute dose of something that in its raw form would cause symptoms. And so, yes, homeopathy was super popular in the 1800s. Many of the medical colleges in the United States had homeopathic components or were homeopathic medical schools. There were homeopathic hospitals. But when something called the Flexner Report was put out in the 1900s, kind of when the American Medical Association was formed, it was all an effort to bring conventional medicine, modern medicine, forward as a business model to sell pharmaceuticals. So it switched from this patient-based, like wellness-based model, where the goal was to help people heal, to a model where profits are the most important thing. Profits of corporations are placed with higher value than patient wellness. And so that's where we are today in this system that's completely like derides, disregards any indigenous traditional medicine. Homeopathy is lumped in with them. Even though the arc of knowledge in these indigenous traditional medicines like Chinese medicine, homeopathy obviously is not as old as Chinese medicine. Chinese medicine is thousands of years old, but it's the same thing. They all got pushed aside so that conventional medicine could steamroll its way in. And you see where we are today. I mean, in a hugely ill country based on, let's just give people tons of medication. And so the cool thing is that more people know about homeopathy today than ever before in our lifetime.
Yeah.
And
I think
in our lifetime.
I think people are really wanting more freedom on all fronts. And that's really what holistic care and homeopathy provides. Not so much reliance on a system that is continuously failing them or falling short. What's interesting is I would say the biggest drawback with homeopathy is that some people don't realize and don't trust the process, how something so small could be so helpful. They're used to having to take so many things, a lot of things. So how could these little pellets just help you so much? And it's a really, it's a mental block for people to get over. But once they do, it's amazing.